Show. All right, Chris, isn't taxing the rich always popular? Why is this a big challenge for the president to get through?
Well, look, if Joe Biden, yes, taxing the rich is always popular, period. And it's a bipartisan, it's while Republican politicians have tended to avoid it, we know that it's popular with 70% of voters. Depending on how you ask the question, most voters like the idea of rich people paying more taxes. They like it. But the problem for Biden is he wants this spending package. But his economic advisors have told him that if they put through this much money without a tax increase in it, right, that inflation is just going to get worse. Because what causes inflation is when you have too much money circulating, chasing too few things. It's not that there are too few turkeys necessarily. It's just that we have a lot of people who have a lot more money than they did before because the federal government gave so much away last year. So now you have all of that money chasing too few turkeys, and that makes the turkeys more expensive. Biden knows that if they dump that much more money into the economy again without pulling on the brake cord a little bit there with a tax increase, that things will get out of control. But because of those tax increases, this spending plan is even harder to get through Congress because no Republicans are going to sign on for any of that stuff. And it just makes the pathway so much more narrow for Biden as he tries to get it done.
Yeah, you think about inflation, which is sort of a conceptual term that's a little bit hard for so many Americans, especially in my generation, because we didn't live through the 70s of gas lines and double-digit inflation where your dollar was truly worth less tomorrow than it is today. That plays to the administration's favor, correct?
Well, look, basically during the last financial crisis, during the panic of 2008, the idea that borrowing too much money wasn't a problem anymore came into vogue. Modern monetary policy became the vogue in Washington, first among the Democrats, then among the Republicans. When Republicans had the economy growing like gangbusters, 4% a year, they still borrowed an extra $1 trillion. And fuddy-duddies like me said, if you borrow too much money, your country is going to get into trouble. And everybody said, no, we can borrow indefinitely. What they are now catching up with over a decade, more than a decade of really, really aggressive deficit spending is you get inflation because you're just dumping all of that money, fake money, conjured money made up by the Federal Reserve and the federal government into the economy, and it gets out of whack with the number of goods that are available, and it's going to drive prices up. That's just how it works, and it's always worked that way, but as you say, people forget.
And we're seeing a little bit of the beginnings of that, but there's not enough inflation to explain these numbers. Biden's handling of the economy, 42-52 underwater. Disapprove 52%. If you listen to President Biden, things are going great in the economy. They've created new jobs. Stock market's near an all-time high. What are people upset about?
Well, what's he going to do? He's not going to come out, he's taking the Trump page, right? How's everything? It's the greatest ever. People are saying it's the best economy ever. Presidents always say that. That's what they're going to do. The truth is people are concerned about the coronavirus, and they're concerned about the reaction to the coronavirus. The biggest thing on Biden's plate right now, it's not this spending package that Joe Manchin is going to make sure is not any $3.5 trillion, and Kristen Sinema from Arizona and others are not going to let that happen. These packages are really important for his future and whether or not Democrats have a bad year or a terrible year next year in midterms. The biggest question for all of that and for the country, can they get enough people vaccinated? Can enough people get vaccinated so that we get to a point where people can lift the restrictions? Because we've been on this roller coaster ride now where businesses and individuals ramped up spending at the beginning of the summer. They said, hey, it's going to be good. Delta variant comes through and we have a splotchy, patchy reaction to it. Vaccination rates fall, people freak out, and consequently, the economy slows down. That's what Biden's paying the price for right now, and that's why he's pushing so hard on vaccines.
20 seconds. 3.5 trillion is, and we did the math on this, 3,500 piles of $1 billion. Forget the American people. Do people even in Washington realize now how much money they're spending, or have the numbers stopped mattering?
You let me just get half of one of those piles. I'll be good. You never have to hear from me again. Look, the reality is the reason we can't let politicians run deficits like this is it makes them unaccountable, and it doesn't work. You have to make them balance the books to some degree, or otherwise you end up in the soup like this.
Yeah, we're in the soup for sure. And you're here with us. It's good soup whenever you're around, Chris. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. The Chinese Communist Party mouthpiece now says Chinese warships will be off the coast of Hawaii and sailing